stuck on the 86th floor. The fire door has trapped us. Debris has fallen around us, and part of the core of the building is blown out.
This is as close as we can get to the base of the World Trade Center. You can see the firemen assembled here, the police officers, FBI agents, and you can see the two towers. A huge explosion now raining debris on all of us. We better get out of the way! Oh, God. Look at it, John. Look at it.
I live. It's coming down on me. Here it comes. I'm getting behind a car.
It was the day when the world as we knew it came crashing down around us.
You're not going to believe what I'm looking at ground level. The Twin Towers, 100 ground level. I've never seen anything like this, my dear Jesus.
Yet defeat somehow turned into determination. Terrorism was replaced by heroism. And of the thousands feared dead, only 5 survivors would be found the day after. And there would be no more.
The people who knocked these buildings down will hear all of us soon.
We were slowly starting to accept the shattered world around us, until we got a look inside. It took 200 years to build this section of Lower Manhattan into a powerhouse of financial work. And it took 3 hours to destroy it. The most remarkable thing is that there's still smoke. It's still smoking. You expect the smoke to be gone after 6 days, but not so. Underneath the smoke, still people were hoping that are alive, but more and more we realize they're not going to be.
But we don't have any substantial amount of hope that we can offer to anyone that we're going to be able to find anyone alive. And with those words, the slow and saddening task at Ground Zero lost much of the hope that had been sustaining it. Only 218 bodies had been recovered.
This is an act of God!
But even at a darkest hour, the light of faith sometimes shines through. On this day, a cross made of steel beams was found amid the rubble. For those at Ground Zero, every little bit helped. So did remembering and mourning. The families of those who died on September 11th gathered at Ground Zero a month and a half later for the first official memorial service. As is often the case, grief was overcome by outrage. Angry members of the New York City Fire Department punched police officers and tried to storm Ground Zero after the city decided to cut back the number of rescue workers. They saw it as a betrayal of the more than 300 firefighters still buried in the rubble. Only 91 of their brothers had been recovered. The fires that had been burning at Ground Zero since the attack, truly the fires of evil, are finally extinguished. It has been 100 days. It takes 4 months for recovery crews to literally reach Ground Zero, the bottom of the World Trade Center complex, 7 stories underground. 6 months after the attacks, a time to pay tribute. For 30 days, twin towers of light reach into the sky from Ground Zero to fill the hole torn in New York's skyline. 3 months ahead of schedule, Mayor Bloomberg announces the Ground Zero cleanup will end on May 30th. The death toll now stands at 2,830. The estimated $7 billion cleanup cost only $750 million. And in the final moment of the recovery effort, there stands a pillar of strength and determination, a 30-foot girder erected at that spot more than 30 years ago and remained standing when the towers collapsed, is ceremoniously removed. May 28th, 2002, the day the World Trade Center truly came down. This is Bill Beutel.